Hey everybody, it's Luna, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going on an adventure. No passport required. We're about to take a whirlwind tour of some of the most iconic cities on the planet. Buckle up, because we're about to explore ancient ruins, soak in breathtaking art, and maybe even learn a few words in different languages. Who knows, maybe I'll try to order a pizza in Italian. Wish me luck. From the romantic canals of Venice to the bright lights of Tokyo, we're going to experience the heart and soul of these incredible destinations. We'll get lost in the bustling markets, wander through awe-inspiring museums, and maybe even grab a snack from a street vendor or two. I'm talking about soaking up the culture, the energy, the whole shebang. So whether you're a seasoned traveler or just dreaming of your next getaway, I hope this video inspires you to explore our amazing world. Get ready to fall in love with the beauty, the history, and the people that make these cities so unforgettable. Let's go! First stop, Rome. You can practically feel the history echoing through the cobblestone streets here. We're talking gladiators, emperors, the works. Imagine standing in the Colosseum, feeling the energy of thousands of spectators cheering, or trying to throw a coin in the Trevi Fountain without dropping it. It's harder than it looks. And of course, no trip to Rome would be complete without a visit to the Vatican City. The art, the architecture, the sheer grandeur of it all. It's enough to take your breath away. Plus, they have a Swiss Guard with those fabulous striped uniforms. Speaking of fabulous, we can't forget the food. We're talking pasta, pizza, gelato. I could easily spend this entire trip just eating my way through Rome. Bellissimo! Next up, we're heading to Florence, a city that's basically an open-air museum. Everywhere you turn, there's a masterpiece waiting to be discovered. Michelangelo's David, Botticelli's Birth of Venus. These are the works that define art history. And speaking of masterpieces, have you seen the Duomo? That dome is an architectural marvel, and the view from the top is absolutely breathtaking. You can see all of Florence, from the Ponte Vecchio to the rolling hills in the distance. It's truly magical. Of course, no trip to Florence is complete without a little shopping. Leather goods, anyone? I'm definitely picking up a new pair of Italian leather shoes while I'm here. Get ready to set sail, because we're off to Venice. This city is like something out of a dream, with its canals, gondolas, and charming bridges. You can literally get lost wandering through the narrow streets and discovering hidden piazzas. And speaking of getting lost, has anyone else gotten hopelessly turned around in Venice? I swear those little streets are like a labyrinth. But hey, that's part of the fun, right? You never know what hidden gem you might stumble upon. And speaking of gems, we can't forget about Murano glass. Those colourful, delicate pieces are like little works of art. I'm definitely picking up a souvenir or 2 or 10 before we leave. Ciao bella Milan! Get ready to strike a pose, because we're in the fashion capital of the world. From Prada to Gucci to Versace, Milan is a fashion lover's paradise. Even window shopping here is an experience. But Milan isn't just about the runway. The Duomo di Milano, with its intricate Gothic architecture, is absolutely stunning. And the Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II, a historic shopping arcade with a stunning glass ceiling, is a sight to behold. And speaking of sights to behold, let's not forget about Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper. This iconic masterpiece is truly a must-see for any art enthusiast visiting Milan. Konnichiwa from Tokyo, a city that seamlessly blends ancient traditions with futuristic technology. From neon-lit skyscrapers to serene temples, Tokyo is a city of contrasts that will leave you in awe. One minute you could be navigating the bustling Shibuya crossing, often called the world's busiest intersection, and the next you find yourself in the peaceful Meiji Jingu Shrine, surrounded by tranquil forest. It's that kind of energy that makes Tokyo so captivating. And speaking of captivating, we can't forget about the food scene here. From fresh sushi to steaming bowls of ramen, Tokyo is a foodie's paradise. I'm definitely going to need to pack my stretchy pants for this leg of the trip. Next stop, Kyoto, the cultural heart of Japan. This city is home to countless temples, shrines, and traditional gardens, making it the perfect place to immerse yourself in Japanese history and culture. Strolling through the Arashiyama bamboo grove is like stepping into another world. The towering bamboo stalks create a sense of peace and tranquility that is simply magical. And the Fushimi Inari Shrine, with its thousands of vibrant red torii gates, is a sight that will stay with you long after you've left. Of course, no trip to Kyoto would be complete without experiencing a traditional tea ceremony. The graceful movements, the delicate flavors, the entire ritual is a beautiful expression of Japanese culture. Get ready to indulge because we're off to Osaka, a city famous for its delicious street food and vibrant nightlife. They say that Osaka is where you come to eat till you drop, and I'm up for the challenge. From savory okonomiyaki, a kind of Japanese pancake, to fluffy takoyaki, octopus balls, Osaka's street food scene is a feast for the senses. And if you're feeling adventurous, be sure to try fugu, the potentially poisonous pufferfish that only licensed chefs are allowed to prepare. But Osaka isn't just about the food. Osaka Castle, with its striking green roof and imposing stone walls, is a sight to behold. And the view from the Umeda Sky Building, a futuristic skyscraper with an open-air observation deck, is absolutely breathtaking. Our journey takes us to Hiroshima, a city forever marked by history, but also a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Visiting the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park and Museum is a deeply moving experience, a reminder of the devastating power of war and the importance of striving for peace. The skeletal remains of the Genbaku Dome, the only structure left standing near the hypercenter of the atomic bomb, serve as a stark reminder of the devastation. Yet surrounding the dome, you'll find a vibrant city filled with life and hope. Hiroshima's story is one of tragedy and triumph, reminding us of the importance of learning from the past and working towards a brighter future. It's a city that will stay with you long after you've left. Hola from Barcelona, a city that's bursting with creativity and architectural wonders. From the whimsical creations of Antoni Gaudi to the vibrant street art scene, Barcelona is a feast for the eyes. Gaudi's Sagrada Familia Basilica is an absolute must-see. This unfinished masterpiece is a stunning example of Catalan modernism, with its towering spires, intricate facades, and colourful mosaics. It's like nothing you've ever seen before. And speaking of masterpieces, we can't forget about Park Güell. This whimsical park is like stepping into a fairy tale, with its mosaic-covered benches, gingerbread-like houses, and stunning views of the city. Get ready to say hola as we explore Madrid, the vibrant capital of Spain. From world-class art museums to lively tapas bars, Madrid is a city that knows how to live life to the fullest. The Prado Museum is home to masterpieces by Spanish masters like Goya, Velázquez, and El Greco. It's art overload in the best possible way. And after all that art appreciation, we can indulge in some retail therapy on Gran Via, Madrid's answer to Broadway. Of course, no trip to Madrid would be complete without experiencing the city's legendary nightlife. From flamenco shows to rooftop bars, Madrid knows how to party. Hola from Seville, the heart of Andalusia. Get ready to be swept away by the passion of flamenco dancing, the grandeur of the Alcázar of Seville, and the charm of the Santa Cruz neighborhood. The Plaza de España, with its colorful tiles, grand fountains, and romantic bridges, is like something out of a movie set. You can even take a boat ride on the canal for a different perspective. And speaking of perspective, the view from the top of the Giralda, the bell tower of the Seville Cathedral, is absolutely breathtaking. You can see the entire city, from the Guadalquivir River to the rolling hills in the distance. Next stop, Valencia, a city that seamlessly blends history and modernity. From the futuristic city of arts and sciences to the charming old town, Valencia has something for everyone. The City of Arts and Sciences is an architectural marvel, with its futuristic buildings, interactive museums, and stunning oceanfront location. It's like stepping into the future. But Valencia isn't just about modern architecture. The old town is a charming labyrinth of narrow streets, colourful buildings and lively squares. Be sure to try Valencia's famous paella while you're here. It's said to have originated here. Get ready to hail a cab because we're heading to New York City, the city that never sleeps. From iconic landmarks to Broadway shows, New York is a whirlwind of energy and excitement. Of course, no trip to New York would be complete without a visit to Times Square. It's bright, it's loud, it's overwhelming in the best possible way. And for a little peace and quiet, we can always head to Central Park, a green oasis in the heart of the city. And speaking of hearts, you can't forget about a Broadway show. From classic musicals to cutting-edge plays, there's something for everyone on the Great White Way. Hello from Los Angeles, the City of Angels. Get ready for sunshine, beaches, and maybe even a celebrity sighting or two. From Hollywood to Beverly Hills, Louisiana is a city of dreams. We can stroll down the Hollywood Walk of Fame, dodge tourists on the Santa Monica Pier, and soak up the sun on Venice Beach. And if we're lucky, we might even spot a celebrity or two. And speaking of stars, we have to catch a movie at the TCL Chinese Theatre, formerly Grauman's Chinese Theatre. It's one of the most iconic movie theatres in the world, and it's right here in LA. Get ready to ride a cable car because we're off to San Francisco, a city built on hills and dreams. From the iconic Golden Gate Bridge to the charming neighborhoods, San Francisco is a city that will steal your heart. Of course, we have to take a ride on a cable car. It's practically a San Francisco rite of passage. And for the best views of the city, we can head to Alcatraz Island, the former prison that's now a popular tourist destination. And speaking of destinations, we can't forget about Fisherman's Wharf. It's touristy, sure, but there's nothing quite like enjoying a bowl of clam chowder by the bay. Hola from Miami, the Magic City. Get ready for beaches, Art Deco architecture, and a whole lot of Latin flavor. From South Beach to Little Havana, Miami is a city that knows how to have a good time. We can soak up the sun on South Beach, admire the pastel-colored buildings in the Art Deco district, and savor Cuban coffee and pastries in Little Havana. And if we're feeling adventurous, we can even try our hand at salsa dancing. And speaking of adventures, we can't forget about the Everglades. Just a short drive from Miami, this unique ecosystem is home to alligators, crocodiles, and all sorts of other wildlife. Yassas from Athens, the cradle of Western civilization. Get ready to step back in time as we explore ancient ruins, world-class museums, and charming neighborhoods. The Acropolis, with its iconic Parthenon temple, is an absolute must-see. It's a breathtaking reminder of ancient Greece's glory days. And the Acropolis Museum, which houses artifacts from the Acropolis, is a must-visit for history buffs. And speaking of history, we can't forget about the ancient Agora, the heart of ancient Athens. This was the center of Athenian life, where Socrates taught, Plato debated, and democracy was born. Yassas from Thessaloniki, Greece's second-largest city. Get ready to explore Byzantine churches, Ottoman-era architecture, and a vibrant waterfront. The White Tower of Thessaloniki, a 15th-century tower that once served as part of the city's defenses, is a must-see. And the Archaeological Museum of Thessaloniki, which houses artifacts from the city's long and storied past, is a must-visit for history buffs. And speaking of history, we can't forget about Ano Poli, the old town of Thessaloniki. This charming neighborhood is a labyrinth of narrow streets, colorful houses, and stunning views of the city. Yassas from Mykonos, the island of the winds. Get ready for whitewashed houses, windmills, and stunning beaches. From Little Venice to Paradise Beach, Mykonos is a Greek island paradise. We can wander through the narrow streets of Mykonos town, admire the iconic windmills, and soak up the sun on one of the island's many beaches. And when the sun goes down, Mykonos comes alive with a vibrant nightlife scene. And speaking of scenes, we can't forget about Little Venice. This charming neighborhood is known for its picturesque houses built right on the water's edge. Yassas from Santorini, the island of sunsets. Get ready for whitewashed villages, blue-domed churches, and breathtaking views of the Aegean Sea. We can explore the villages of Oia and Phyra, perched high on the cliffs overlooking the caldera, and marvel at the stunning sunsets that paint the sky in a kaleidoscope of colors. And for a different perspective, we can take a boat trip to the volcano and hot springs. And speaking of hot, we can't forget about the food. Santorini is known for its fresh seafood, delicious Greek salads, and of course, its famous Santorini tomatoes. Wow, what a trip! We went from gladiators in Rome to geishas in Kyoto. We even survived the pufferfish in Osaka, barely. I'm exhausted just thinking about it. But seriously, exploring these incredible cities with you has been an absolute blast. I hope this video inspires you to pack your bags and see the world. You never know what amazing experiences are waiting just around the corner. And hey, if you do decide to visit any of these places, be sure to send me a postcard. So go on, get out there and explore. And remember, as I always say, life is short. So eat dessert first, laugh often, and never be afraid to dance like nobody's watching. Bye, everybody!